Hey, it's Nate again, the Unexpected Vegetarian, and today we're going to make a green curry vegetable. And this is, you can serve over rice or noodles or whatever, but we'll get to that later. So we're going to start with a list of ingredients. The first thing, you're going to need some canola oil. I like using canola oil in this dish more than olive oil, because olive oil kind of smokes at a lower temperature, and it's better to use a higher smoke point oil like canola oil. Also going to need some unsweetened coconut milk. We're going to use the whole can. We're going to have a clove of garlic. We're going to use half of a green pepper diced, half of a red pepper diced. We're going to use a jalapeno, and we're going to dice that. We're going to use half an onion diced, and probably a carrot. We're going to dice that up too. We're going to use frozen vegetables during the course of this recipe, because it kind of makes it easier, goes faster, and it adds a bunch of different elements, but it may have carrot in it. Use the frozen vegetable of your choice. We'll get to that in a second. The other thing we have here that's real important is called green curry paste. I got this at a local Asian mart, and there's a couple of different forms in which I've seen this product. There's one in the local big mart store that comes in a little jar. It's not very hot. I haven't tried this actual product yet, so I'll let you know at the end how hot it is. I like the green curry to be a little spicy. And then when we finish with everything, we're going to squeeze a little fresh lime juice on it. The important thing that we want to remember is we're going to use a wok to do this. So if you've got such a product, great. You could probably use a big frying pan if that's all you have. We're going to use the wok today. So I'm going to cut the vegetables, and we'll get to show you how to get this done. Okay, so I've cut up all my vegetables, and we have our frozen vegetables set aside. This is a frozen vegetable product I got at my local grocery store. This is a 32-ounce bag. I'm using about half of it. I've got, you can see it's got broccoli in it, and some pea pods, and some more carrots and mushrooms, and even a couple of baby corns in there. So that's going to be set aside. That's what we're going to use to help make our curry here. What I'm going to start with, here's my green peppers, red peppers, onion, and carrot, and jalapeno that I chopped up and put in here. So what we're going to do, the procedure is, we're going to start by stir frying the fresh vegetables for about 3 to 4 minutes with the garlic. After about 3 to 4 minutes, then we're going to put the frozen vegetables in, cook it an additional 4 or 5 minutes until everything's all nice and ready. Then we're going to take all the vegetables out and put them in a bowl and set it aside. And at that point, then we'll make the sauce for everything. Vegetables will go back on top, and then we'll be ready to serve. So we're going to start by putting in about a tablespoon or so of oil. And you can see the wok's pretty hot already. Swirl that around a little bit. We're going to put in the fresh vegetables and the garlic. We're going to chow this for about 3 to 5 minutes. We'll be right back. Okay, so our timer is going down to 0. I set it for 3 minutes. We're stir fried for 3 minutes, and everything's kind of soft and getting ready. One thing I wanted to mention about these vegetables is you want to have them all chopped before you even start turning the wok on. You want to make sure that all your vegetable sizes are about the same size so that they cook in the same amount of time. So now the frozen vegetables are going to go in. I'm just going to throw it right on top. And we're going to chow this a little bit more. So these frozen vegetables are going to have to get warmed up. So we're going to go another 4 minutes. And we'll check them then. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. We're going to cover it. We'll see you in another few minutes. Okay, so we're done with the extra 4 minutes. I added a little bit, like 2 tablespoons of water to help steam the frozen vegetables. Put a little salt and pepper in here too, just because I like to add a little flavor as we go. So the vegetables are cooked here. The frozen vegetables may not totally be cooked through, but we're going to finish cooking them later. So it's at this point that we transfer the cooked vegetables into a bowl. And you can see this makes a lot. This is the way I wrote the recipe is for 4 servings. Probably could get more than that. So we're going to put the wok back on, nice and high. Get that nice and warm. The procedure here is going to be, once the wok gets warm again, we're going to put another tablespoon of oil in. That warms up, then we're going to put the coconut milk in. And this is unsweetened coconut milk. You can buy it at most grocery stores. Nothing fancy about this. This goes in. Once the coconut milk goes in, we're going to bring it to a boil and let it go for 2 minutes. And pretty much went right to a boil. So we're going to turn it down a little bit, simmer it. Timer for 4 minutes. Sorry, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. All right. So you stir it a little bit. I'm just gonna let that cook away for 2 minutes. Okay, so it's been 2 minutes, and we're simmering here. Now is when we add our curry paste. This is a 4-ounce can. I'm gonna use about half of it, 2 ounces, and this goes right in. And we're gonna save the rest. See if we can freeze it. Let's give this a little stir. It's going to cook another 2 minutes. And you can see it's starting to turn green. We're going to turn the heat back up a little bit. Do another 2 minutes. Once that 2 minutes is up, the vegetables are going to go in, and we're going to cook another 5 minutes or so until everything's heated through. Okay, so that 2 minutes is up. Now all the vegetables are going to go back in. That's the magic. There you go. So now, we'll go ahead and mix it up. Everything's nice and covered. Got a nice sauce. We're going to get this back up to a simmer. And just a nice light simmer. It doesn't have to be a real hard boil. You cook it another 4 or 5 minutes and it'll be ready. What I like to do is I like to do this on a weekend, because at this point, once it's done with its 5 minutes, you can put it in a bowl and put it in the refrigerator, and then on a weeknight when you come home from work, just throw it on the stove, warm it up, make your rice, and you have a quick, easy dinner. Okay, so we've got another 5 minutes in. It looks like it's pretty close to being done. At this point, I'm going to squeeze a half a lime on it. And you can also have a lime at the table and squeeze it on when you serve it. You also may want to check if may need another half a cup of water added. I think this looks okay, so I'm not going to add water to it. But depending on how thick your sauce is, you may want to add a half a cup of water. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait for it to cool off. I'm going to put it in here, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge for a couple of days until I'm ready to eat it. I'll take a picture of it then when it comes out and it's ready to be served. May need water at that point too, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it off and let it cool off so I can do that. And that's how you make it. Hello again. It's a couple of days later. We've got our green curry vegetable that we had in the fridge, and we're going to warm it up. So you can see here, nice and thick. We're going to add about a half a cup of water to this while we warm it up. We are cooking some jasmine rice on the back burner here that we're going to serve with it. And then warm this up, add a half a cup of water, and we'll show you how we serve it.